Most people think expensive means better, but in bags, that's where brands win. We're breaking down 7 bag brands that have mastered the art of selling status over substance, from influencer-hyped labels with materials worth a fraction of their price tag to billion-dollar luxury houses charging 40 times production cost. Some of these names will surprise you. Starting at number 7. Number 7, Rebecca Minkoff built its name on a tidal wave of early influencer hype, but behind the Instagram glow lies a very different reality. In the early 2010s, the brand's sales jumped 200% after a blitz of blogger gifting and social media seeding, tactics that made the Mini Mac crossbody a must-have on every feed. But peel back the label, and the numbers tell a less glamorous story. That same crossbody, retailing at $268, contains about $42 worth of materials and labor. The rest is marketing, not substance. Reviews on The Real show a resale retention of just 28%, meaning most buyers lose nearly 3/4 of their money if they try to resell. The most common complaint is lining delamination after just 18 months, and one reviewer called it the bag that fell apart before the trend did. Rebecca Minkoff proves that influencer buzz can mask cut corners and fleeting value. Number 6. Tory Burch built its empire not on craftsmanship, but on the oversized medallion logo stamped across every tote, clutch, and crossbody. Academic research reveals that the presence of a conspicuous logo can raise a buyer's perception of quality by 22%, even when the underlying materials barely clear the mid-tier threshold. Tory Burch leans into this psychology. The brand's signature hardware averages less than 5 microns of plating, less than half the thickness found on true luxury competitors, which makes it especially prone to tarnish and pitting. Stitch density hovers at 6 stitches per inch, a number that signals cost saving rather than artisan attention. In a sample of 1,200 verified reviews, cracking and peeling within 14 months emerges as a recurring complaint. The price tag, meanwhile, floats around $1,400 for a Lee tote, while teardown estimates pin the production cost at just $38. Behind the logo, buyers are paying for a signal, not substance. Number 5. Coach built its reputation on American heritage and classic leatherwork. But the brand's modern reality tells a different story. Today, nearly half of all Coach bags are sold through outlet stores, 48% of total sales to be exact, where the promise of luxury collides with the economics of mass production. The numbers are hard to ignore. A standard Coach tote, with about $32 in raw materials and labor, carries a retail price tag of $295. That is a 9 times markup, a Harvard Business Review case study in how nostalgia and branding inflate perceived value far beyond what is stitched into the seams. Speaking of stitching, Coach bags average just 6 stitches per inch, well below the 9 stitches per inch. Benchmarks set by true luxury houses. Over time, this shortcut has consequences. Customer repair logs consistently flag torn linings and strap fraying as top complaints, often surfacing just 2 years into regular use. The brand's strategic flood of outlets keeps the logo in circulation, but it also erodes any claim to exclusivity or craftsmanship. Coach proves that a legacy name can be stretched thin when the business model is built on discount psychology and perception management. Number 4. Michael Kors built its empire on the illusion of a deal, a retail theater where every bag is always on sale, but the real discount is in the construction. Take the popular $448 satchel. It rarely leaves the store at full price, and it is routinely marked down to $199, a supposed 56% savings. But the actual cost to build that bag is about $47, with lightweight zinc hardware replacing the brass found in true luxury. The psychology is textbook. Anchor buyers with a high manufacturer's suggested retail price, then flood department stores with red tags and flash sales to make every purchase feel like a steal. Yet beneath the sale sticker, seams start to fray after just 14 months in nearly a third of consumer reviews. The brand's signature move isn't design or durability, it is the perpetual promise of a bargain, masking shortcuts in materials and craftsmanship. Number 3. Furla trades on the romance of Italian heritage, but the reality behind its Made in Italy promise is less straightforward. The brand's marketing leans heavily on Bologna roots and old-world craftsmanship, yet nearly half of its seasonal lines are assembled in East Asia or Eastern Europe, often in factories where the only thing Italian is the shipping label. According to Federal Trade Commission guidelines, a product can only claim an origin if the majority of its value is created there, but Furla skirts this with a patchwork supply chain, leaving buyers with little clarity about what they are actually getting. Now, let's talk leather. Furla's signature Metropolis Mini, retailing at $348, costs about $68 to produce. That production cost includes corrected grain leather, not the full grain standard you would expect at this price. On a laboratory flex cycle test, corrected grain leather cracks after just 2,500 bends, while full grain can endure more than 7,800. A simple peel test often reveals an artificial, uniform grain beneath the surface, a red flag for anyone seeking true durability. Edge paint failures and hardware tarnish are common complaints, with many owners reporting visible wear in under a year. What is left is a bag that feels Italian in name, but not in substance. The premium price pays for branding, not for craftsmanship or longevity. Number 2. Prada's nylon lines have become the ultimate case study in luxury illusion. The brand's reputation rests on a foundation of Italian craftsmanship and heritage, but its most popular bags, the re-edition 2005 for example, are made from industrial-grade nylon that costs less than $30 per unit to produce. Yet the retail price soars to $1,150, a markup that would make even seasoned marketers blush. Beneath the surface, the differences are stark. Peel strength tests show that Prada's nylon fabric holds up at just half the durability of its Saffiano leather, and the hardware, once assembled with precision screws, now relies on rivets, a cost-saving move that trims about $6 from every bag. The resale market delivers another reality check. While Prada's iconic leather Galleria bag retains 78% of its value after resale, the nylon re-edition barely holds on to 42%. That's a staggering drop for a bag that rides on the same logo and sits in the same boutiques. The numbers don't lie. Prestige branding makes the plastic feel like gold, but when the hype fades, what's left is a bag that simply doesn't deliver on its promise. And finally, in first place, JWPEI stands as the ultimate cautionary tale for anyone tempted by the viral wave of influencer-driven vegan luxury. The brand's meteoric rise owes everything to TikTok and Instagram. Limited drop colorways vanish in under 6 hours, and every scroll brings another micro-influencer flaunting a Gabby mini hobo or Maze crossbody. But the numbers behind the trend are damning. Retail prices hover around $129, yet teardown estimates peg the average material cost at just $18, a gulf that makes even mid-tier markups look modest. That bargain quickly unravels. 46% of owner reviews cite peeling, cracking, or strap failure within 8 months, and the most common repair, a simple strap reline, runs between $120 and $250, often exceeding the cost of buying a new bag outright. Edge repainting adds another $60 to $90, with many repair shops declining the work due to the rapid breakdown of synthetic vegan leather. But it gets worse. JWPEI's sustainability messaging leans hard on recycled plastic bottle content and eco-friendly vegan claims, yet the brand offers little third-party verification and no transparency on the environmental footprint of polyurethane coatings or mass production in Chinese factories. The greenwashing is as thick as the edge paint, and just as prone to cracking. What buyers are really paying for is engineered FOMO, not lasting value. The hype is built to sell out quickly, and the product itself is built to fail just as fast. Across all 7 brands, one pattern stands out. Luxury labels, engineer desire, then sell status at a staggering markup, often hiding cut corners behind glossy marketing. In this game, perception is the real product. The smartest buyers don't chase brands. They understand value. Drop your thoughts below.